Hi everyone, it's 222 here on my business event page at Tammeron's Place. I've been doing live videos every Tuesday since February here of 2017, and I feel it's time for me to step over onto this event page here where I've got all kinds of listing of upcoming events, retreat dates here at the end of October, and so much more coming your way. So again, if you don't currently know me, my name is Tammeron. I consider myself an inspirational storytelling business mentor who supports other entrepreneurs that are going through huge shifts in their business. You know, we all need a safe space to be in so we can really understand what's happening and where we can step into our greatness. And I continue to share my own personal stories of some of the challenges that I've gone through, what holistic and spiritual modalities that I've been using so that I can realign myself. Because let's face it, when we're going through a challenge, sometimes we get a little lost along the way. And I'm somebody who has gone through many challenges in my personal life and in my business. And people always ask me, how did you get through it? So again, this is what I share in all levels of my events, whether it's here live on Facebook, my 28-day Elixir of Life personal transformation program for entrepreneurs, mini retreat dates, full retreat dates, and some of my workshops, and soon some webinars coming up. So again, I'm very honest and real, and I'm just so passionate about sharing more of what I've been using so that I can serve you, because I didn't take the medical route, to be honest. I'm a firm believer, I'm a mystic, so I'm a firm believer in understanding more about myself and realizing that I've created those challenges. So if I've done so in the past, what did I need to learn about myself? So in turn, this is really what you need to learn. It's about you when you're going through these ups and downs. So today, here is my first time. Every week I'm drinking an amazing tea of some sort, usually an herbal tea, and we're having a beautifully warm day up here in northern Ontario, and it's actually warmer outside than it is inside. I don't have the heat on, so it's really hot and muggy. But the tea that I've been drinking for about the past week is actually slippery elm bark. It comes from a tree, and it's used to support people who are going through gastrointestinal or inflammation in your digestion. And so what I've recently discovered is that certain foods actually are triggering a lot of inflammation in my diet, and I know it is part of my past as well. When we need to understand or digest what has happened to us, it does affect us on all levels of the body. So this is why I like to address the physical body by using certain herbs and in a tea form so that it can help support you on all levels of your body as well. So this is what it looks like. It actually comes in a powder. I still have some from when I had an organic smoothie juice bar, raw vegan takeout place in Southern Ontario in Bellefontaine, and it's a very fine powder that it's ground down to. So you just boil it gently for about 10 to 20 minutes. You strain it, and it turns into an amazing tea. So again, slippery elm bark tea, and it's amazing for like digestive issues. So if you're suffering from inflammation, which you can see, this is when I've eaten something, it shows up on my face actually for me. So it's an indication, okay, something I ate yesterday, maybe not good for me today. So it's a process of figuring it out, right? So I love to do that. And as always, I give a shout out to Colette Barron Reed, because we are taking 2 cards from her deck today, which I do each week to guide us through this challenge. And today's question that we are getting answer from Spirit is, how do women really let go of that version or that coat that they wear of just being a mom, you know, and they really want to be known for a very powerful, successful female entrepreneur. So this is the advice we're going to get from Spirit. And, you know, I'm just going to be honest here. If you don't really start looking at yourself and addressing how you view yourself as an entrepreneur, especially as a woman, then that's not going to change. all right? Because it is the image of ourself that we are projecting onto others. So this is the advice we're going to get from Spirit. What practices can be used? What high grade essential oils can be used? And I'm going to offer some information from an amazing woman, Christian Northrup. So she's written some amazing books for women, and I've got a copy of a little book that she's done, and it's a great little guide for women who are even going through menopause, because menopause actually starts for some women actually in their 30s. It just depends on where you're at. So we're in a very different time frame of our life. And you know what? Years ago, they didn't really understand, the medical profession didn't really understand what women were going through. Today, with technology and all these holistic doctors, people that, you know, were in traditional medicine are now going holistic, so they see both sides of the coin, understanding ourselves emotionally as well. It's an amazing time to be on this planet. So I like to continue reading very different books in the New Age self-development industry that empower me through this great knowledge, because let's face it, today you don't even have to leave your house if you don't want to gain knowledge from mentors that you can learn from. And this is why I continue to post these free videos every week to mentor people and to connect with you guys, because sometimes people love to share my videos or they use them for themselves. So just as a gentle reminder as well, every week these videos are going to be reposted onto my YouTube channel under Tammeron TV. So I encourage you to go check it out, subscribe, and make sure you get the notifications, because as all these free videos and information is being listed, you will find out right away when the latest video has been posted on here from me. So let's jump right into it. And again, stick around to the end of this video, because it's where I share some information on the high-grade essential oils, because a lot of people don't understand the power of essential oils and how they can help us on an emotional level, and I just love to talk about it. So there's going to be lots of information in this video right up to the very end, okay? So the cards that I just pulled for us to answer this question to help the female entrepreneurs, this is the first card that came up as our challenge card, meaning, you know, what is the issue that we need to understand? And it came up as Ride the Wave. And Ride the Wave actually is in what Colette Baron-Reid talks about, the challenge position. So it's upside down, which means it's a very different message when it's upside down. So what Spirit is telling us is that, yeah, you're not ready to ride the wave yet. But if you want to be seen as this powerful, successful businesswoman, then you need to relook at yourself and to maybe be a little bit more introspective, maybe look at some of your archetypes, some of your strengths, look at some of the challenges that you've actually had in the past and see the gold nugget. All right? Because when we're going through these ups and downs, and even as a woman, let's face it, it's challenging to be even a mom these days. There's so many pressures to be perfect and to always look amazing and to be ready when our partner comes home, or women who've gone through divorce and need to find themselves again and to build their self-esteem. I certainly know that route. You know, that was big for me. You know, you need to understand who you really are. And being a mystic and someone who really wanted to dive deep into myself, this is very, very powerful if you take the time to do this. And again, this is one of the elements that we go through in my personal transformation program, which is a 28-day program, the Elixir of Life, where we really look at some of the patterns that keep showing up in your life. And if you haven't found the gold in it and recognized that there was actually a truth in there for you so that you can feel empowered rather than feeling like a victim, my program might just be for you. All right. So you need to take some time to really understand yourself on a deeper level, so that when you're ready to put yourself out there, you actually know what gifts that you actually have, and some of the spiritual lessons that you have gone through, and you can present yourself as an expert in that area. All right? Very powerful information. So again, women feel so empowered. I have so much courage after taking my program. The second card that came up from Colette Baron-Reid's deck is the action step. So I love this card because look at this. It came in the upright position, and basically it's saying, yes, you know, you can certainly fly. And there's a little butterfly out here. So what this is telling me is that, you know what, when you recognize yourself as a powerful butterfly, you can fly. So again, going back to the previous card, when you acknowledge your gifts and your strengths and you look at yourself as a powerful, successful woman, what is going to shed is this image of just being a mom. All right. So the shift is not you waiting for other people to see it within you. If you see it first, that's how your energy is projected back out onto other people. And so you say, yes, you know, this is who I am because of the experiences that I've had. Because I'm telling you, women are super, super powerful. We are multitaskers. We are problem solvers. We are compassionate. We can listen. We can help others. But what I learned was I had to stop saving people, and I had to learn how to empower other people because I was so insecure in myself. I didn't even understand how powerful I was and how highly intuitive I was. I just kept doing everything for free. All right. So I noticed this in a lot of other women. So in my 28-day program, this is not about saving anybody. This is about you recognizing your gifts and your strengths and seeing yourself in a different light so that you step out into your greatness as an entrepreneur. So very, very powerful a time for you. And what essential oils would I recommend in this situation? Well, again, I only talk about using high-grade CPTG essential oils because a while ago, let's say 10 years ago, and previous to that, I don't honestly believe there was a lot of essential oils that were on the planet that were pure enough, they were organic, or they were indigenous. So a lot of them were altered in my personal opinion. And when I was using essential oils back then, I never got results on an emotional level and even on a physical level to really help me embrace what I needed to embrace emotionally. So back then, I was actually a licensed practitioner in Bach flower remedies, and it was my specialty. I took many years of teaching and offering to people because we can use the power of nature to help us on an emotional level because they help us emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually because we're reconnected to that divine light within ourselves when we let go of all this negativity. And we need to work on our emotional body because we can't just do it from the other elements. And so if you don't look at this aspect, I guarantee you're going to keep repeating the same patterns and you're always going to feel stuck. And you don't want that. All right. You need to have the confidence to project yourself out into the world. But now there is a company that I completely believe in. So as you get into my programs, I teach you how to use the high-grade essential oils, and you can go deeper into higher levels, and we can talk about how to use them for your pets and for other family members. And you have a very deep understanding of what they do and how you can start blending them together. So you can use them in roller balls, you can use them topically, you can use them internally, you can put them in diffusers. There's multiple ways to use them, but this is what I'm going to teach you as you get through the levels of my program. So there's 3 essential oils that I would recommend here, and the first one would definitely be bergamot. Bergamot is an amazing essential oil that gives you that self-confidence, that boost. And so just like in the card, you know, when you present yourself, you've got this strength, you know, this warrior attitude that you know who you are and you know who you are meant to serve because you have gone through that challenge already. All right, so you have the knowledge. The second essential oil is the ylang ylang, because it doesn't have to be difficult and hard and, you know, really like negative. You know what? It can be playful. You can feel free. You can finally recognize, oh, wow, this is an amazing lesson that I learned. And you can pass down that knowledge to people. And the third essential oil I would recommend that you blend together with the other 2 is cassia. Cassia is very similar to cinnamon, but it's different on its own. It has its own emotional properties. And what Cassia does is it allows you to feel valued and to feel like you have courage to step out. So the combination of self-confidence and feeling free and, you know what, feeling valued, that is an amazing emotional state for you to be in, to step out. So again, learning how to use some of these things and using the tools, all right, can guide you so that you are a powerful presence as a female entrepreneur. And again, how did all of this get triggered for me this week? I'm just going to share with you guys, because even in my program, it's an ongoing story of what I learned about myself. But most recently, I was connecting with my kids this past weekend who are out in university, living away from home. So we have our weekly check-in calls to see what's going on, what's happening in their life. And it was interesting because as I got off the phone with my kids, I felt like, you know, their idea of me was, it's just mom talking. And so it triggered something in me. And what I needed to recognize was, even though the kids hear about what it is that I'm doing in my business, I need to show up for myself, even with my kids, as a powerful, successful businesswoman, because they're still seeing me as just a mom, because that's the image I gave to them. All right. So it was powerful for me to understand this. It was like looking into a mirror and go, wait a minute, I have the power to change this, because it emanates from me, and it does the same for you. So am I going to be using these essential oils this week? Absolutely. In fact, I'm going to use them in my bath. I'm going to practice, you know, stepping out when it's around friends and family members, because it's not so much in the business world that I actually, you know, feel like I have this image. It's more about the people who are around me, because as I'm going through this huge change in my business, you know, I need to present myself differently. So if you've enjoyed this video, please share it, like and share. Again, all the videos are going to be posted up onto my YouTube channel under Tammeron TV, so you'll be able to share them much easier. But if you right click on these videos, you can get the URL and you can copy and paste it and share with other people. Now, tomorrow is Wednesday, October the 1st, so I'm relaunching my 28-day program, The Elixir of Life. And again, it is a group program where we go through 28 days together, where you hear intimate details of my transformation, what it was I was thinking in the beginning, and what did I need to do, and what did I need to recognize in myself. So by the end of the 28 days, I had stepped out into a different presence in myself. All right. So I share stories of something that I went through over 10 years, but I give it to you in 28 days. And during that time, I also talk about very common essential oils that people need to acknowledge in the beginning and how to use them. So you do get a little 10 ml bottle of a blend of 4 essential oils that we'll be talking about in the program, pre-blended. It gets shipped to you, plus you get a bonus journal of 100 pages. It's a guided journal, so it asks you some very specific questions. They're a value of $40. And so the essential oils are $25. So these are some bonus items you get. The price of the program is $297 Canadian plus HST. And we only have a maximum of 12 people in the group. And the reason why is because I want it to be small and intimate so that I can be there and support you. We do it on Facebook, and twice during the 28 days, we get together for a group meditation so we can hold a space for each other as we're moving through these emotional challenges and stepping into your greatness by the end. So we do it close to the full moon, and we do it close to the new moon. So there's twice during the program we do get to reconnect. All right. And if you need someone to speak to, I do offer an opportunity for you guys to connect with me one-on-one, and we can do either a tarot reading or we can just do an intuitive consultation and see what's coming up for you. And I will recommend which essential oils, maybe sometimes a book or a prayer or a meditation, a mantra, something to shift you out of that energy. Because again, I believe in these spiritual and holistic practices. So again, my name is Tammeron. I hope to see you here again next week on Tuesday at 2/2 for another free tea and tarot reading where we get messages from Spirit using Colette Baron Reed's deck, The Enchanted Map, and it'll help you move through some of the challenges that you are going through as entrepreneurs. entrepreneurs in your business. So I'll see you guys all again soon. Oh, just before I go, I just want to, just remember, this is the book. So I love to share what books that I've been using. So this is the book by Christian Northrup I mentioned in the beginning. The Secret Pleasures of Menopause. So really, for women who are going through these shifts in their life, you know what? You got to recognize that we have more to give at this stage in our life. And, you know, we've been busy raising our kids and deciding, yes, we want to get out there to become entrepreneurs. And so, you know, there's power. There's power with all of the knowledge that we have in our life, and we can share that with other people so that they feel valued and they know that they are here making a difference on the planet. All right. Thanks again. See you guys next Tuesday here at 222. Cheers for now.